Hello, 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 hello. It's Dr. Kevin McGovern. Today is Thursday, August 17th, and it's finally time for another game show. If you're looking for the match game, Price is Right, Family Feud, or Jeopardy, you're in the wrong spot. Game show is an acronym for the Graded Active Movement Exam, my functional movement testing, and we thought it'd be a cool name to name the show. I've been off for a couple weeks. It's the summer, it's vacation time, but I am back at it with a vengeance. And I wanted to share some really cool things that is happening with me and my company. So if you look on the split screen, you're going to see a very cool graphic slide. So as many of you know, I have dedicated pretty much the last 20 to 25 years of my life trying to save a million arms from injury. And I get very passionate about it. It drives me nuts that I see things that are so blatantly injurious out there being done. And guess what? People continually get injured. If you're following the news, the Tampa Bay Rays battling for the number one spot. Baseball just lost their number one starter to Tommy John surgery. The Rays and the New York Yankees have had literally an epidemic of shoulder and arm injuries, and it's really down to a mechanical cause. You're going to see the same mechanical cause with every single person. You're going to see the arm in this very bad position of being behind you, what I call arm drag. Some people say arm drag doesn't exist. Some people say all the craziest things. So I've decided to take my Velocity RX program, what I have been doing to rehab pitchers, and take the same philosophy, the same exercises, and work with healthy pitchers to get them throwing harder with more command and really bring it to the online market so that I can help other people, so that I can get with coaches and collectively we can help save arms because the situation is not getting any better in baseball and youth baseball. It's actually getting significantly worse. And we see it in the pro level. I mean, no one's really keeping track of, hey, in the so and so Little League this year, there were 3 Tommy John surgeries. Okay. That's just alarming. All right. But unfortunately, when you say arm care or save arms, you get cricket, cricket, cricket on the marketing end. It's just a fact. And I'm not saying no one cares, but those aren't the buzzwords. So, I'm in the process of creating what's called a visual sales letter or a webinar. And, here's my first slide. If there was a way to increase your velocity at least 5 miles an hour, would that interest you? Had I framed it, hey, if I saved your arm from elbow pain, would that interest you? People would be like, click, right by. But, 5 miles an hour, that's pretty significant. And, that's pretty much normal, even just cleaning up someone's movement, right? So, next slide. What if that same system kept your arm healthy? Oh, so hopefully now I have your attention, right? So, not only am I going to make you a better pitcher, but now I'm going to keep your arm healthy. Third slide. What if that system made you a better athlete? Better athlete and a better pitcher and arm care? This might sound like a winning ticket. What if that system gave you 3+ solid pitches, right? So we know that in order to be a starter at any level, really, you need 3 pitches. I mean, obviously, Little League, I think I was 5'9" in Little League. I got away with just throwing my fastball. Maybe I had like a sub pseudo changeup. But when we're talking about money, scholarships, professional baseball, to be a starting pitcher, you need to have command of 3 pitches. Okay. And I find pitching so simple. And I don't mean it's a simple thing to do, it's incredibly hard. But really, the system behind pitching, the mechanics, are really just a combination of simple functional movements. Okay. Spine turn, squatting, bending, and walking, right? So if we back up a slide, how do I make you a better athlete? Well, first and foremost, we can't fix anything on the human body at all, right? Until we fix the human body itself, right? You've got to build mechanics onto a body that moves correctly, right? I can't be training you to balance on one leg if you have no ability, no coordination to do that. So one of the things the Velocity RX program does and is it's melded in with my game test, right? The first thing that you're going to do is take my game test. I've found a way through a couple platforms that simply you're going to film, duplicate the video that I have sent you. You're going to film it. I'm going to analyze it and give you a game score, right? And then from there, the first thing that we do before we even look at mechanics is fixing the basic human movement. And it's amazing that once we start to fix the basic human movement, you get to be a better athlete. Boom, like that. And listen, I'm fixing basic human movement on everybody. Okay. From don't just treat baseball players, right? So from any athlete at any level, okay, I've never seen in 31 years someone walk into my office that can do a proper squat. Okay, I've treated professional baseball players, professional basketball players, WWE wrestlers, Bellator fighting champions. Okay, squat. There's always something that's wrong. Now, you could say that you're nitpicking. Absolutely, we're nitpicking, right? Because if you're going through life, 10 miles an hour, that's great. But athletes are going through life at 1,000 miles an hour, right? So take a car. If you've got a Lamborghini, right, and you're just driving down Main Street, keeping it in first gear, doing your 30 miles an hour, that's okay. But when we bring it on the Autobahn and we can do 225, that little alignment issue that you might have in the front end, well, that's going to magnify, and there's going to be a problem, right? Same thing with the human body. That one piece of the squat, that's a little bit out of sync, right? Maybe the foot rolls over, maybe the knee goes a little too far forward. Now we're talking about, hey, we need to throw this ball here, this wound string and leather thing 95 miles an hour on a bad base. Okay. Boom. There's problems. And literally just cleaning up someone's movement increases their velocity right off the bat. I've done it numerous times at camps. Okay. A couple years ago, I was with my friend Jason Speedo in Pennsylvania, and we increased someone's velocity 5 miles an hour just by refining their squat right then and there that day. Okay, they had when they picked their leg up, their knee went so far over their toe, they literally shut off their whole posterior kinetic chain and had nothing. We fixed their squat. 3 hours later, boom, gun measured, boom, 5 miles an hour. So that's the first thing. So we're gonna, segueing back, the program's gonna make you a better athlete, right? We're gonna have better command, increases in all pitch metrics. Yes, I know the velocity word, right? It's the buzzword. If we're not measuring that, what are we measuring? Yes, we're going to measure that. We're going to measure spin rate, okay? But we're also going to measure health, okay? So, maybe the college player, the high school player, high level, they might be stuck in their ways. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, give me that 13, 14-year-old kid, all right? That's the person that just went from being the big fish in a little pond with Little League, and now I've gone to the big diamond, hit puberty, and now all things are, whoa, we just went from 5'2" to 5'8" or 5'9", and things are all over the place. That's where I'm really going to be able to help you. But even that player, right, we need to start and refine their movement, okay? So I always say this to those, 8th grade, 9th grade players. Hey, you can't get a college scholarship in 8th or 9th grade, but I don't even think that's true anymore because people are recruiting. But anyway, guess what you can do? You can lose one, right? We can get a catastrophic injury. We can get the train tracks on the elbow here, all right? And it's all preventable. all of this shoulder stuff to me is preventable with the right tools, the right movement. Okay, all preventable. So, what else? And guess what? Results, they're guaranteed. Okay, they're guaranteed. I don't deliver on what I promise, you have your money back. I don't want to take your money if I haven't delivered a result. Guaranteed. How many guarantees? I do the same thing in my physical therapy practice. Okay, it's a concierge level, cash based. You're not happy? I didn't deliver the result. Yeah, I don't want your money. Okay. Now, hopefully, I get people's attention with this. So I'm not going to go through all these slides here, but um, I will soon. So what's going to happen now? What's differentiating this program? Because people have asked, how is this program different? Okay, well, first and foremost, you're going to come in and you're gonna get this game test. Okay, so you're gonna get a report, a medical report, laying out the entire landscape of your functional movement, range of motion, strength. Just by this test, we'll be able to see what is going on and what should be going on. And we're going to create what's called a report of findings. So here's what's going on and a roadmap of how we're going to get better. Then from that game test, I've broken the pitching motion down to 9 specific biomarkers that you have to meet, okay, to be number 1, functionally sound, neurologically sound, and 2, performing better. Now, there might be some people could argue here or there, okay, but the biggest thing that these 9 markers do, the goal is to get the arm to move downhill with gravity, not way back here, but downhill, gravity assisted. Anytime that you're accelerating or twisting your arm from back here, from behind you, against gravity, you're going to lose. Now, you might not lose after a year, 2 years, 3 years, but you're going to start to lose. The arm cannot handle that type of torque. Okay. I had predicted Chris Sale's injury back, I think, in 2018 after seeing a picture with him. Literally, you could see his UCL, almost like the flexor tendons popping from his elbow. His arm was so far behind him. Unfortunately, he got hurt, but he got here 2 years after I had said, "Ooh, this doesn't look good." Why? He's probably has a lot of natural give and laxity in his elbow, and he was able to withstand it. But now that give in his elbow has really now working against him because he has not really made it back. Okay. And guess what they haven't done? Yep, haven't made one tweak to his mechanics. Okay. So getting back, we're going to do the game test. Okay. We're going to look at the 9 markers, but before we do anything, do the game test, we're going to treat you just like a strength and conditioning or a physical therapy client, and you're going to get all of the arm care and corrective exercises for the whole body to get you moving neurologically correct, so that then we can teach mechanics on top of that. Okay. Then come the mechanic changes, then come the drills, and then what's going to be different for every program. I'm not leaving you. This is a one-time cost, pretty much, for life, meaning you're going to pay me and then we're going to follow you for life, meaning twice a month we're going to have community calls. You're going to get on there, you're going to be able to ask any question that you want to me or my other experts, okay, about pitching, about working out, okay? And then built into the first program, you're going to have 10 sessions, 10 video sessions. So what a video session is you're going to send in a video of your mechanics. You're going to get a whole computer generated assessment, okay? And then we're going to talk about what's going right, what's going wrong, and where we're going. That's 10 times, okay? Is that 3 a season, 4 a season, 1 a season? But we're going to build in 10. If we need more, there's an extra cost for that, but for 10, so if you start as a 8th grader, okay, you're going to get 1 initial mechanic with the regular test and then 10 additional. So you're going to have 11 sessions. That's going to last you, I would hope, through your senior year, because our goal, again, is to save a million arms. Does us no good if you take this program and you do it and then boom, and we don't hold you accountable to following it so that you stay healthy, because that's the important thing. So you're gonna have lifetime access to this. You're gonna say we're gonna add things to it as we begin to get more information. Someone comes up with a good drill. Hey, this is good. Let's try this exercise. We add it. I'm always growing as a coach and a clinician. If not, you're dying. I'm always learning new things. We're going to keep adding that to this course to keep you on the mound throwing and pitching at your best possible. Okay, so that hopefully that we can get you on the mound getting some college scholarship money to pay for the, oh my God, enormous cost of college, or so good that maybe somebody writes you a check to play professional baseball. But even if none of that happens, just to be able to experience playing baseball, improving in a very difficult game, and staying healthy. No one likes to be hurt. So all of this is coming soon. Stay tuned. You're probably seeing some blurbs around it. I've definitely have been talking about it in my social media. You're going to see it. Like I said, those slides we're going to turn into a video sales letter that you'll be able to watch at your own time. Right, everyone's busy, and obviously people are like, oh, what's this going to cost? Oh my goodness! So cost is always a factor. Not with my program. Okay, not that it's free. Okay, but I have found a company. Okay, you can probably thinking about what other courses out there. If you've taken executive training courses, people listening to this probably know at least the ballpark of where this is going to fall. Okay, so the good part is I've taken money out of the equation. I am working with a company that literally does almost on demand through artificial intelligence financing. Okay. So you can get X dollar a month, X dollar down, X dollar a month, and finance your child or their team's health and training for life. Boom. In a manageable monthly payment. So this system takes your credit, your social security number, your income, and boom, it spits back a bunch of offers. You pick the one that's best for you and your family, and boom, we start immediately. Good thing for me is, I get paid my rate, but I'm able to help more people because a lot of people, I don't have all this money to lay down on this course, but believe me, this course is going to be worth every nickel that it will charge. So that's it. Again, this is Kevin McGovern. You can reach me, perfectmotionsportstherapy.com, any of my social medias, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks.